All right, everybody. If you watched 101 Dalmatians and thought, this movie does not have enough dog in it, then I have fantastic news. Because we're about to have 204 of them. Please give a warm welcome to our next run, a Disney's 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue, All Puppies Race with Passere and Kylie Cuby.
Thank you, yeah. I'm Passere.
I'm Kylie.
We're going to be rescuing puppies this time. There are categories of this game where you do not have to rescue any puppies. We will be rescuing puppies this time. And we're joined by our commentator.
Hello, I'm Tali. I also run this game, but right now I'm trying to be here to yap about it so our runners can focus on the race.
So I think we're ready to get started then, right?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
So
right.
let's enter the first level.
All right, I'm entering it now.
And while they're entering the first level, their time will actually start when they get control of the puppy. So I'm going to try and help count them down for skipping the cutscene. And I have a bit of a delay. Is the loading over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's PC. It's so fast. Well, let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off.
And we're off. So we're right away in the middle of Regent's Park because, like mentioned, this is a sequel and a licensed game to the movie 102 Dalmatians. However, you might quickly notice that this does not actually have that much overlap with what is happening in the movie because despite being licensed and they have the same characters and all, it is a completely different storyline. But in this game, Cruella is, of course, once again kidnapping dogs. But the storyline here is that she's trying to make toys. Like her toy line, you can see them scattered across the map. They're not doing too well. So she's like, okay, but if my toys are not doing too well, what do children like? Oh, they like puppies. Well, let's kidnap all the puppies and make them toys, is basically what this storyline breaks down into, which, not a great plan, but none of her plans ever truly are they? So,
It's actually planning on turning them into like realistic dog toys by like super gluing them, and it's like actually really messed up.
Yeah, it really is, because you're gonna see like when we get to like the final boss, spoilers, but she is gonna herself fall into the super glue. And you can see then that like I don't know exactly what she was thinking. This was a horrible idea.
And that's why her toy line failed too.
Yeah, pretty much. But
I mean, the bomb car that I just like cast is one of her toys. Why is that a toy?
All the quote-unquote enemies are her toys. So there's little soldier, there's the toy cars, and there's the Jack in the Box. Like, I don't know why children would want these. They're creepy.
Yep.
But thankfully we are...
Bubbles.
Nice. We're playing all puppies though, so we do have to actually save all of the puppies. We do not just run through and try to get to the end as quick as possible. So there's going to be 6 of these boxes that you see our runners going for in each level. So we're going to try and get all of them because we got to save all the puppies. It is very important. Why else are we here, you know? And we are right now.
Playing the game if you're not saving puppies.
Exactly. But there's going to be like each little like boss fight that we're going to have to do because there's a few of them. There's 4 levels tied to each one, and each of them have 6 puppies that we need to save, which is great. I also love the boss fights when we get there, but we'll talk more about those later. You might also have already noticed that the language that our runners are playing it is not English. And that is because this game is faster if you play it in Danish. The Scandinavian languages, for once, are one of the fastest languages to play it in. I usually play in Norwegian because that's where I'm from, but that's the second fastest language. If you want to go ultra fast, Danish can save you yet another 2 seconds on top of that. And this is also on PC, so the game is super fast. There's almost no load times, which for me is a bit of unusual. I usually play this on PlayStation.
The other nice thing about PC is that you can remap the buttons however you want. So a lot of people, or at least a few people in chat I noticed, have realized that this is kind of a Spyro the Dragon clone. So I have my maps, I have my controls mapped to literally just be Spyro 1's controls. Whereas on PS1, like triangle is roll and then X is jump, and the main movement is rolling into a buffer jump. So you have to claw grip the whole game on PS1, and it's not very comfortable. But
it's really not.
Yeah, on PC I can just have roll B square, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is really tough. And the main movement tech as well, just to get that out of the way, is that you can see the puppies are rolling, because rolling is the fastest way to move. So they're going to be rolling as much as they can. However, the roll isn't infinite, so they will pause the roll after every so often. What we do for that little pause is we do a jump buffer, because the jumping is then the second fastest way to move. So they'll be rolling and then they'll be jumping out of every roll. That is the fastest way to move, and that is what you're going to be seeing a lot of throughout the game. So I do hope that the dog roll is not going to drive you crazy. The sound is, I think all of us tune it out by now, but I know some viewers might take note of it more than we do. But donate to the cause. Hashtag dog roll. I see the hashtag dog rolls in chat.
This is just like a quick little puzzle here. You have to hit the shapes in a certain order. It's always set. So once you know what it is, you just do it in the same order.
Yeah.
Something else we're kind of doing. Go ahead first.
I was going to say shout outs to static solutions so runners can just learn them ahead of time and not have to guess.
Yeah. One other thing of note is with the roll, because you have to break open the crates by rolling into them, but if you hold a direction as you're hitting the crate, you can actually bounce away from it, and that's just good for like a little bit of positioning to just get a little further where you want to go. And you can even do it to like fall off of a ledge if like the puppy is really high up and you just want to break the crate and then go back down to where you were.
Yeah.
So that's useful a lot also.
Yeah, you can see our runners do that on basically every crate they run into. They will do like this little hop, which can help set them up for where they need to go next. It's part of how we optimize this run, this category specifically.
Toys, one of the ones that we had to take out there to get to the last puppy is a drunk clown. So it's really a mystery as to how her toy line failed. But also we're entering my quote-unquote favorite level in this run, which is Big Ben.
Exactly. Welcome to Big Ben. Big Ben is a huge run killer. So when you play this game, you're trying to go for a PB. If you get to Big Ben, odds are you're going to reset your run. Because like you've seen so far, all of the levels that our runners have been going through have been, pretty vertical. Like you just run pretty straight. There's a little bit of jumping and platforming, but not that much. However, for Big Ben, obviously it's a huge clock tower. So you're going to be climbing upwards, which means that if you fall, the game is not going to be forgiving. You will fall, and you will fall far. So yeah, huge potential for time loss in this level. And I believe this is also where we're going to start seeing more of a difference between our runners in terms of strats, because there's going to be potentially some out of bounds and stuff happening on past array side. When possible, we can't skip too much, of course, that way, because we still have puppies to save.
I cannot believe I caught that. This is like a really cycle heavy, and the cycle I just caught on the
Oh, I just saw that.
That's
it's crazy.
Like, it's really tight, and that's usually where a reset happens. So,
yeah.
Like if I had missed it, and then I failed this, of course. I failed it again. It's fine. Yeah, if I miss it, it just loses so much time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, this is very unforgiving. It's both the falling, it is also if you don't get a cycle, you will have to wait for next cycle. So there's so much potential for time loss in this level.
Yeah. But yeah, back on the strats, because Passeray does a lot more out of bounds stuff because she's run the game for longer than I have, so she's more experienced in that than me. The out of bounds in all puppies don't usually save a huge amount of time, but they are really cool.
No.
So.
Yeah. They are very cool.
Like out of bounds a lot, so
yeah, I do a couple that are like pretty easy to do, but generally it's just like I tend to be more of a consistent player, and not just this, but like most of the speed games I play, I tend to favor consistency over like maximum speed.
Mm-hmm. And another thing some people watching at home maybe also have noticed is that they're playing as different puppies, because in this game you can choose which puppy to play as. You play as Domino by default, but you can also choose to switch to playing as Oddball. So we have Domino on the left and Oddball on the right. Usually it's not too much of a difference. Like they move the same, like they have the same movement speed. There's no difference in any of that. But there is a difference in a later boss fight that has some unskippable voice lines. They have different voice lines because, you know, they're different puppies. And Oddball's voice lines will be faster. So normally, if you're going for a PB or a world record, even in this, you would play usually as Domino at the beginning. But in Big Ben somewhere is usually when you're waiting for a cycle or something where a runner might switch to play as Oddball and then play as Oddball for the rest of the run. For the race, though, I thought it'd be fun to assign one puppy to each runner, so they're not going to be doing the switch strat today.
Yeah, I usually switch on the train in Toy Store. Puppies, but in all levels you can't do that because you don't use the train. So in all levels, you usually switch on Ben.
I'm more used to running. I run both categories, but I'm more used to running all levels. So I completely forgot about the train is a good option for it in this category.
But yeah, just because it's a race and because it's a marathon, before the race started, I just went into Regent's Park and switched to Oddball and then exited the level. So I just started the run with her.
Yeah, and we're also seeing the first boss fight now on one of the screens, and we're at the top of Big Ben, where Cruella is in her little helicopter. Don't ask why, I don't know, but her weakness, thankfully, somehow is fruit. So with a very specific setup, our runners will be able to run through and kind of lock her in place in the air, because for some reason, like in the movie, the one thing that carries over is that the bell affects her, I guess. So hitting that bell in the middle will kind of lock her into place. And if you get a good rhythm for it, you can lock her into place and hit her with the pineapples, defeating her quite fast, which is very nice.
You mind if I jump in for a quick donation incentive update?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Absolutely.
Just so everybody knows, we have probably about 10 minutes left to get in the donations for that Give Priscilla a Birthday Gift donation incentive. We are about $53 away. You all are crushing it on that incentive, and we're just a little bit away. If we can get $53 in the next 10 minutes, whoever's in the lead is giving a very generous birthday present to Priscilla.
And Priscilla is very sad, so please, can we give her a present? I don't want Priscilla to be sad. She's so cute. So please,
she's also
donate
like one
to the
of
cause.
the, like, every level has like an animal companion who helps you, and most of them show up twice. Priscilla's one of the only ones who only shows up once, so she really deserves the present.
Yeah. And about the level that we're in right now as well, museum. This one is
hopefully. I've been messing with it a lot.
But yeah, this is one of the levels where even if you do play nice. But yeah, even if you do play this as part of all levels, obviously right now we have to go for the puppies anyway, but this one does force you to collect certain things, because while most levels you can, in theory, run from the beginning to the end, this one you have to do a bunch of objectives and help out Fluffy, who is, I guess, the museum curator for the time being. But you have to
I don't know where the humans are, but
yeah, I don't know. Somewhere. But yeah, you have to like find certain items and help him put them back in the right spot, or I guess he will get in trouble. So you gotta help Fluffy and find all of these various items. And the most important displaced item of all is, of course, the donut, which you will see last. That is going to be the last item we fetch. Very, very important. Turns out that Fluffy just wants a snack.
Fun fact, Fluffy's one of the only like non-human characters in this game besides Oddball and Domino who's like actually from the movie.
Yeah.
right.
Like
And
he's
right?
Cruella's dog in 102 Dalmatians.
I think isn't that bird also from the movie?
Yeah,
It's been a while since I watched the
Waddlesworth is
movie.
also from the movie.
Yeah.
This game does not
But
have a lot
obviously
in common with the
checkpoint.
movie, but there's like a little few things like that.
Yeah, the characters themselves have a crossover with the movie, but the plot and everything else is just completely different. It's so strange.
It's probably a good thing.
But yeah, to be fair, this plot is better.
I got a really good
I don't
boost
know.
on the train there.
Very nice.
We should also probably explain what my first thought was how the out of bounds like works, but also I was thinking how like slopes work.
So the big boost on the train is a slope boost, which you can get if you jump and then roll onto a slope from above. You'll get all of your vertical speed transformed into horizontal speed, and so you go really fast. So that's, if you use that and then boost into the train, you get lots of extra speed.
Yeah. And you'll see the slope boost come in handy a lot of times throughout the run. Some big, some small. The train is a very visual example of it, but they've already used it many times, like in park, in the museum. Like it's used a little bit all over the place almost. Every time there's a slope, you can probably get a little bit of a benefit by slope boosting off of it.
The boat enemies in this level are really annoying. Like, it's actually very realistically possible to die in this level. Like, I am on the verge of doing right now. Yeah, no, this level is incredibly scary. Like, the ships, the crocodiles, the ships especially tend to be my greatest enemy. But they somehow really good at hitting you, and I feel like they shouldn't. And then suddenly the teddies might also come in and just be mean for no reason. It's really rude. Yeah, I'm playing this part really safe. Yeah. Your life count is really, really specific in this category. So if I take a death here, not only does it lose time in this level, it will probably lose time in another level. Indeed. Because we are, at some points in the run, we will take an intentional death to try and respawn into like specific spots. So you have to keep a certain amount of extra lives because we do not want a game over. Yeah, that was a cool ship missing out of bounds and pass race side. Yeah, I went out of my way to pick up a food item there just to make sure I don't die to these last 3 enemies. Yeah. Yeah, no, better safe than sorry, especially when you're at the end of a level. You do not want to take an accidental death and have to start all over again from the beginning of the level. Yeah. Passeray's like out of bounds strats that she's doing right now are arguably not any less safe than what I was doing, and I was doing the normal pass, but that's just because the level's that scary. Yeah.
I like the out of bounds better because I won't die.
Yeah. Like next to Big Ben and the cycles, I've killed more runs recently to underground than anything just by dying. Mm-hmm. And Carnival is a fun one because usually when we do all levels, we usually joke about how this is one of the hardest levels in the game because in Carnival, you don't actually have to play at level, you just really run from the start to the end. However, we're doing all Puppies today, which means this is actually a bit of a more challenging level now. But it's still a fun one. You have to run around and go on the rides, actually take part in the carnival to figure out where all the little puppies hidden and then get them out of their boxes before we can continue. And of course, you have to find tickets to these attractions as well, which adds another layer of complexity to it that other levels do not have.
By the way, we are just $40 away from hitting that Give Priscilla a Birthday gift incentive. You all, we are so close. We're just a few donations away. I know you all can do it, chat. You've got about 5 minutes left. Can you beat the speedrunners?
I was gonna say, like, I feel like we should remind people about the incentive because, like, time is moving fast. Y'all are running out of it, and we want to see Priscilla get a birthday present, right? Right? I know the answer is yes, so get those donations in.
The race is on, chat.
Yeah, we actually skipped the green ticket here because it's a mini game that we don't have to do. So it's like, I think it actually like wastes time to pick it up. So yeah, there's not absolutely every single mini game that you have to do, but compared to like running this all levels, you see a lot of the level in this category, which is fun. Yeah, this is a very cool level. Like this category is a really nice happy medium between all levels, which is basically an any % run, and there is a full 100% run where you collect all the bones and do all the bonus stuff. Which is like that one's more akin to like if you know like Spyro the Dragon 120%, like that's what 100%'s like. This is more similar to like 80 Dragons, where you're not worried about any of the collectibles, you're just getting the puppies. Yeah. Puppies are clearly the most important thing. Hey, let's go. Happy birthday, Priscilla. Because my headphone batteries are running out, so I need to replace those anyway.
Yes, I would love to. Priscilla is getting that birthday gift thanks to your generosity, chat, for your donations to IRRF. And the one that pushed us over the line was an anonymous $42.67 donation. Thank you for another stalemate there, who says, Priscilla deserves a present. I heard they stand in solidarity. Fuck ICE.
Fuck ICE.
Fuck ICE.
Thank you so much.
Priscilla would say fuck ICE, especially now that we're all giving her a birthday present.
Say fuck ICE.
Do we have time for one more?
Go ahead.
We also have a $50 donation from Charbunny, who says, I've never played this game, but Passeray, you've made me a fan of it, and now I'm always excited to see it in marathons. Good luck to both runners, and happy birthday to Priscilla.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Priscilla.
So happy we made that. Thank you all so much for donating for a great cause, of course, most importantly, but also so she can get her birthday present. She will be very happy.
She's such a hard worker. She deserves it.
She really is. She really is. So yeah, we're coming up in Sawmill now, which is, at least for me, another scary level. There's a lot of jumps that I'm sure our runners are going to make look like no big deal, but there's a lot of very tricky jumps in this level that can make you fall and lose time and have to run around, and it's not a good time. It's not a good time. Also, you might wonder, what are puppies doing in a sawmill anyway? It hardly seems like a safe environment for them to be in.
What are toys doing in the sawmill?
Also a very good question.
Drive heavy machinery, so...
Yeah, that is true.
Get ready.
We are about to see that very soon.
Yeah.
Do we think the puppies are forklift certified? I think they are.
I think they are.
I think so.
I think these puppies are very safe for work.
Yeah, I would say so.
But yeah, these bulldozer toys are pretty obnoxious, but they will also be very important in a later level. So
yeah, no, the bulldozers are very good until they're not.
yeah. The thing is that they're very specific in how you take them out, because most enemies you can do roll or bark and they work. The bulldozers, you have to roll into them first and then you have to bark at them, and it has to be in that order.
Yeah, and it also has to be twice, whereas most other enemies, they're basically kind of a one tap if you can land the hit and then they're done. But yeah, you have to flip the dozer first and then you have to bark at it. So not quite as easy.
Keep coming at you. They keep coming at you during cutscenes and things, so it's kind of terrifying to be by one because you don't know where it's going to be when you're out of the cutscene.
Yeah,
especially that one that's by the crate, by the puppy crate. If you're just like, if you get too close to it when the cutscene ends, you just immediately get hit by it.
Yeah,
I did.
And puppy operating heavy machinery, by the way. See, they're certified.
Oddball is forklift certified.
Yeah. I think Domino is too.
Probably.
He just hasn't gotten to show off his skills yet, but he's about to. What a good puppy.
Yeah, so I'm about to come up to the second boss fight with Cruella. This is actually where the difference between Oddball and Domino is. Before the last phase, they'll both say, "I think we almost got her," but Domino laughs before he says it, and it loses 2 seconds, and that is the only difference between them. And she went the wrong way. I got bad RNG.
Yeah, and Cruella,
all the voice actors who did the translations also copied Domino's laugh, except for the French one. So French Domino is actually, I think, fastest out of like every single option.
I did not know that. That's interesting. But yeah, once again, we're fighting Cruella. We're fighting her with fruit, watermelon this time. And yeah, she can be really mean. It is completely RNG on like which side she will go. But she will speed up for every hit. So if you can manage to try and predict her where she's going, you might be able to get an early hit by having a bit of trajectory. But it's scary. It could backfire. You also need to make sure you don't hit the watermelon before it's fully grown, or it will just explode, not actually launch. But that was quite good from both parties.
I sent that first plane in this level flying when I barked at it. I kind of laughed.
But yeah, we're now at the level before we're gonna give Priscilla her birthday gift. So we're getting close. You're about to see the outcome of what you all donated towards. But first, we have a bunch more puppies to get out in the countryside as well. This one also has a few challenges. Again, once we get all the puppies, there's a lot more complexity involved in a lot of these levels. So a lot of challenges, some puzzles that need to be solved to be able to get the puppies. And sometimes you just need to know where they are and go looking for them.
This room has the biggest challenge of do nothing but walk forward and jump.
Yeah.
If you do anything else, like if you try to charge, if you try to be fancy with your movement, you will fall.
Yeah, no, that one has thrown me off so many times. We were like, surely it's not just walking forward. No, it is just walking forward. No, don't try to be fancy with it. No. Yeah, it's very scary. I just saw the fall. That was very unfortunate.
Oh.
Like we said, don't get fancy with it.
See, it's because I don't miss it during practice, and then I'm like, I can do it. No.
Yeah. Oh. It's fine. You're just trying to dodge giving Priscilla her birthday gift, right? You want Kylie to do it?
I'm having the reverse that, like, I'm having the reverse where everything I was failing in practice, I'm just like getting first try. Like the out of bounds clip in the museum, I failed that so much in the past 3 weeks and just got it first try this run.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that was actually Stonehenge at the end of the countryside, by the way. You're about to see it on Passeray side too.
Yeah, so I am in the barnyard now. So at the end of this level, I will, unless something goes catastrophically wrong and Passeray just passes me dramatically.
Yeah,
I'm guessing I'm the one giving the present to.
Yeah, I was gonna say right now, as things stand right now, yeah, it would be you, Kylie, giving the present to Priscilla. But yeah, so Barnyard is like Museum earlier, where you can't just run to the end. There's a bunch of tasks that you have to complete to finish the level. So the story here is that poor Priscilla, even though it is her birthday today, the farmer at this barn is just incredibly lazy, and she doesn't even have water. On her birthday, she doesn't have water. So we have a bunch of tasks to do, including making sure that she has something to drink, stay hydrated at all. And then also just helping around with a bunch of chores, like the windmill is stuck, it needs to get unstuck. There's some tools that need to be found. There's an outhouse that needs to be torn. There's a lot of stuff to do. And poor Priscilla has been left to do it all alone on her birthday. So of course, we're going to be cheering her up by giving her a present later. But yeah, this one is also a bit tricky because this is where we're going to start doing a little bit of a death abuse. You're going to see some intentional damage being taken by the bulldozer this time. This time it's on purpose because for the chickens especially, we do want to take a death after we're done getting all the chickens back into the coop, because that will teleport us right back to Priscilla. So that saves us from having to run back every time we've done a task. So it's useful for the chickens. It's useful for, I don't know if you guys do it for after the tractor. There's one more after we've been into the silo. So this is why we definitely want to make sure that we have as many lives as possible coming up to this part, because otherwise we will not be able to take some of these teleports by dying.
If you're really precise there, you can break the puppy crate and take the death at the same time, and it like overlaps the cutscenes. It's really, really tricky.
I never go for it. I'm too scared.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try. We'll see.
Yeah. And I love
there's four.
She'll have plenty of water after we melt all this ice. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's 4 death abuse in this run, and 3 of them are in this level. And that's just how big the level is.
Yeah, and how much back and forth you would normally have to do if you don't do that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do a very easy out of bounds here. You just run into this corner and jump, and then it just takes you to the other side.
I love this one so much. It's so good.
Yeah, so generally the way out of bounds work is that if you go out of bounds and you're above or below a platform that's like standable, you'll just warp right to it. So that's what happened there, and that's what happened in all the other ones. I went the wrong way. And shout outs to this dog who is just under all of the like grain in the silo.
Yeah, I don't know how that dog ended up there, and I feel kind of bad for it. I guess at least it was in a box, but you know, like.
Yeah,
thank God we got him out.
Also, that's one of the puppies that has my favorite dialogue in Danish, because like a lot of the dialogue when you save the puppies is repeated, and that one in English says "You're the greatest," but in Danish, hold on, let me do this without messing it up first. In Danish, she says something like "Duten besta," and she says it in a super cute voice, and I love it so much. So every time I hear that voice clip, I'm just so happy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some really good voice lines if you're listening to the dogs getting saved. But once again, dogs can operate heavy machinery. Again, Oddball is forklift certified. So she's going to head over now and drive a tractor to tear down this outhouse that I mentioned that we had to do earlier. It's a really fun cutscene if you were to watch it. We're not going to watch it in the speedrun, but if you play this casually, please watch it. It's so funny.
I would highly recommend watching this cutscene. It's the best cutscene in the game.
Yeah. In a language you can understand.
Yeah. Also, the run is getting tighter again, so there is a chance now that Passeray will overtake Kylie when the birthday present is happening, because it's tightening up.
To her now.
Yeah, Kylie's still ahead, so it's still on you to do it. But yeah, it's getting tight. It's getting exciting. I'm at the edge of my seat over here.
Happy birthday, Priscilla. She runs off in happiness because we made her day.
Oh, it's so adorable. Look at her.
Priscilla.
Oh, she's just so happy. Happy birthday, Priscilla, and fuck ice.
Actually, we're on
speaking
the
of
ice
fuck ice, this
festival
is the
now.
ice festival.
Yeah.
Ice festival.
Great transition because 2000s video game, you gotta have your token ice level with ice physics out of nowhere. It makes no sense. The entire story so far has basically been that we start in central London and we need to make our way out of London towards Corella's mansion. I guess there was an ice festival somewhere between London
It makes
and that.
no sense though, because like think about it. So we were just in Barnyard. It was like I don't know, it kind of looked like fall maybe. And then the next level looks very spring-like. Either way, they're both green.
Yeah,
But
they're
here we
so
are
green.
at the ice festival.
Like I don't know what's happening here, but 2000s gotta have our ice level. Fuck ice levels.
Fuck
But not as
Fuck
much as
ice
fuck
levels
ice.
and fuck ice.
Yeah.
Our fuck ice levels levels.
I'm getting confused. We're just gonna keep it to fuck
I'm
ice.
still trying to process that question. I'm just gonna nod my head and
We
say
can
yeah.
keep it to the mnemonic.
Yeah. But yeah, it's also quite a fun level because like it might look like there's like some tasks and stuff to do when you play this normally. Like there's this like slippery slope race kind of, not really, but you don't actually need to do it. You just go.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to like go through the flagpoles. Funnily enough, another game I've been speedrunning recently is Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, and there's a level that it's a snow level and it has like a flagpole race thing in it. So
Really?
yeah, just a
So
running
we just
trend in
did these
games
in
I
our
run.
like.
Oh
Alright,
my
okay,
goodness.
yeah.
Yeah, and you're supposed to do some platforming to get this puppy, or you can just swim through the water.
Yeah, I love that too. Where it's like it looks like you need to platform, but you really don't. Like the platform is just so low, you can just jump.
That probably would have blown my mind as a kid. I mean, the fact that you can just skip most of Carnival would have blown my mind as a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. We are about to head into definitely not ice level. It's going to be very green again in the castle. But the castle is also a really cool level, but it's also a bit of a scary level. We talked about it just before going live here, but because Pastor had this happen in practice, that she got soft lock. Hopefully that means it's not going to happen now.
Not gonna happen here. It's totally not gonna happen here.
It
Totally
happens
not.
once. So we got it out of our way, surely. But this is honestly a really cool level. I still don't understand exactly how it fits in with the whole like getting out of central London. I guess there's a lot of castles in the area. I don't know, but a lot of puppies to save. Some of them are quite well hidden as well. So
Yeah, there's a lot of like hidden areas in this whole level, like this one right here.
yeah. And puppies are also going to be, once again, I guess this kind of counts as operating heavy machinery. There's going to be like a big catapult in a little
I'm
bit.
not using that.
Oh, right. Yeah, because we're on all puppies. We don't need to use that.
Yeah.
We're both doing, I think, out of bounds routes, but I think we might be doing different out of bounds routes actually. So you're gonna see.
Yeah, I just do the one that gets you to the top.
Yeah. And it's really good too because doing the out of bounds means that because when you go up there normally there's going to be wind pushing you back, which obviously makes this part slower and you have to account for said wind. But getting the out of Pastor, I just saw that. But yeah, going up there via the out of bounds instead means you don't have to deal with the wind, which makes the part a lot easier and faster. And we do like going fast.
Yeah. This level in all levels inbounds, I am not a fan of.
No.
There we go. Yeah, that out of bounds is like shockingly easy. You just line yourself up parallel with the wall, and then you jump. And as you see, Oddball or Domino just like merge into the wall, you just press R2, and then you just do it.
It just works. I love it when it just works.
Those are my favorite kind of tricks, the ones that just work.
Yeah. But at the top of the castle, though, we will have another boss fight, and that is also the third boss fight out of the 4 total. So that does mean we are slowly but surely approaching the end of the run. But yeah, at the top of this castle, I guess Corella was once again hanging out, and this time her weakness is going to be pumpkins. There's a very... Yeah, exactly. There is a very specific setup that our runners will be going for, because if you can make her a move at like a very specific time, you can control pretty well exactly how she will move, and we'll get her pretty stuck towards the end at the final. Once we get knocked the wall down.
Slower cycle, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
This
it's
is
still
probably
not hard to get, even if you don't get it optimal.
Yeah. Of the 4 fights, this is probably the one that I'm worst at. So
yeah,
but also
really
like at this point, her like coat hangs over the side, so you can just hit her 3 times in a row.
She's just, I guess, a bit wide, and she just clips through. Like, it looks like she should be behind an obstacle, but her hitbox bucks through, and you can still hit her, so no big deal. But it does mean we're at like the final stretch of 4 different collectathon levels before we will be coming to the end. So the forest is incredibly stressful, especially when you play this casually. You are going to get lost. Do not feel bad if you have ever been lost in this level, because it is a maze.
I still get lost in this level.
And next level is hedge maze, so
I know.
Which also gets lost.
Hedge maze.
No, but the maze is so much less confusing. Like, this is a real maze.
In hedge maze.
Yeah.
I was saying before the race started, just like in the setup channel, that I was considering learning 100% for this game. The hedge maze alone terrifies me in 100% because there's so much you have to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and this one too, like you can go into the trees to kind of, it's basically like a fast travel system under the level, so that you can use that to navigate faster, but it's also incredibly confusing.
They throw like Crash Bandicoot platforming at me, and I don't know how to do it. That's my main speed series. What's wrong with me?
Oh no!
For some reason, they made the logs like slippery too. Just extra pain. I guess.
Like the precise jumps, like platforming like that, is rough. The only other place you have to do it is Royal Museum, but even there, it's just like it can be a lot trickier than it looks.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of stuff to collect, and again, don't get lost while you run around to make sure you collect your 6 puppies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lock in because I have routinely always messed this level up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, Hedge Maze is another level that, I mean, it is a maze by name, and in all Puppies, you get to see more of the maze as well compared to doing this in all levels. But once again, a lot of Puppies are hidden around, and some of them are in really, I guess, weird spots. They can be really easy to miss. We're also going to be doing another death loop in this one, I believe, if I remember correctly. So we'll still need to make sure that we have at least 1 extra life for that.
This death
is the only
loop is
level where we actually use the checkpoints.
Yeah.
This death warp is exclusive to all Puppies. It's not in all levels.
Yeah, because there's going to be one point where we're going to need to backtrack a little bit, and then at that point it's just easier to take a death, so we don't have to like go back and forth. We only go back. Thankfully, makes it a little bit easier. But I guess while our runners are navigating the maze, trying to lock in on the pathing, do we have more messages?
We do have a couple of messages, and I do want to update y'all on a couple of incentives that have also been added since we did reach the one for this game to give Priscilla that lovely birthday gift. We do have the character choice bid war open for the Plug It In and Play TV game's Dragon Ball Z run that is coming up. I almost ran out of breath saying the game's name, but there are a select few Dragon Ball Z characters that you can pick from, not just Goku and Vegeta, but also Boo, Cell, and Piccolo are on that list. So if you have one of those fellas that you want to see launching ki blasts and doing what they do, definitely get your donations in for that bid war. And for the upcoming run later as well, we do have an incentive for JPEG to cosplay as Snufkin during the Snufkin Melody of Moomin Valley run.
Oh, that is a really good game. And Snufkin is cute, so go for that incentive, please. Thank you.
If there's anybody who would say fuck ice, it's probably Snufkin.
Oh, it's 100% Snufkin. 100%.
Yeah, so I took the death piece there because you go so out of the way for that puppy that it's better to death warp back to the checkpoint, which Waddlesworth is the checkpoint system in this game.
Yeah. And you may have also noticed that while our runners are doing this backtracking, it is very important because they will pass another Waddlesworth on the way back. If you do get too close to him, you need to go all the way back and reset it back up again. So you're going to see, if you paid attention, you might have noticed there was one Waddlesworth. Our runners will take a big loop around trying to run back. It's very funny.
I've hit that more than I'd like to admit, like hitting him on the way back and being like,
Yep.
no,
Yep.
nice stop.
Yep.
It doesn't kill the run, but it does not feel good.
Yeah.
Pretty good
no,
RNG on the
definitely.
puzzle.
That is very nice.
Yeah,
I was going to say this RNG based, so it's completely random. I believe it's when a puzzle spawns in, right? So not even at the start of the level, it will decide which formation the pieces are scattered into and how many turns you need to do for each one.
Yep, I got perfectly average 18.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
16, so I was like a little above average. But yeah, it's anywhere between 9 and 27 because every tile will take either 1 turn or 3 turns.
Yeah.
Or
We're
or
now
2.
in Crawler's
2 is
house.
also an
1, 2, or
option.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so DeVille Manor is like really, really straightforward compared to the 2 levels immediately before it. So it's a nice like breath of fresh air before the last level.
Yeah. The
Also,
house
the
does not
toaster-
look very
All the-
nice there.
All
Yeah,
the
also-
dogs are like at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like this one up here, and then like 5 at the end of the level.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also this is the only other level that has Toaster Bot besides Museum, so that's great too.
Toastbot. If you do all levels, you
Toastbot.
can get out of bounds with Toastbot, but we're not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to make sure we pick up puppies on the way this time around.
Yeah, so we're like towards the end of the level, and I've only collected just now the 3rd puppy. 2 of them are in the final room, which is
Yep.
crazy. Also, this puppy, when you free me, says which way to the bathroom. I swear this looks like the bathroom.
It's definitely the bathroom. It's gotta be the bathroom. I don't know, maybe they just didn't have enough time to like model a toilet or something,
Yeah.
but it's gotta be the bathroom.
It
And they
has
must
to be
have
the
done that on
bathroom.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like a really nice slow boost because you can just fly all the way to the puppy over here, and I missed
Yeah.
it, but I
It's
swear
kind of
I know
funny
how to
because
hit-
when you do this in all levels, you want to avoid hitting that puppy because it's right in your way.
the last one is like all the way up at the top.
Yep. Top of the boiler, which that must be pretty hot up there.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. We got a protective box.
Heat proof.
Indeed.
I mean, we're also on top of the boiler.
Yep. So I'm heading into Toy Factory, which is the last level.
Yeah, and
one's
Toy
not-
Factory is that's another one where it's like similar to Big Ben earlier. If you've managed to have your PB run or your world record pace run last this far, oh boy, does Toy Factory have a surprise for you. Your run is probably coming here to die. I am sorry to say.
Yeah, this is a terrifying final level. It's
And
like
it's
it's not
so close to the
confusing
end.
like Hedge Maze or Ancient Spooky Forest, but it's just like it's very cycle heavy, very like
It's
good jumps and like corner cuts and everything. It's very much like Big Ben.
It's very technical, and if you're really unlucky, it could also just kind of launch you into an alternate version of this level that doesn't have platforms. And if that happens, good luck. You gotta restart, load back out, and come
I've
back
never
in.
seen that.
It's the worst. I'm so terrified of it happening. I've had it happen like once, but it's now perpetually built into like my fear that it's gonna just happen again.
You can get
Had
boosts
it
on
happen
these
more
like
than once, and it
crushing
makes me crazy.
on these crusher cycles, but it just has to line up in a special way.
Yeah, no, those are scary. Like if you get the intentional boost, it's good, but if they squish you in a bad way, like that's how you get teleported into, I guess, the upside down. I don't know. Not a good place to be.
Right, I need to be careful here because I took 2 hits there, which is not ideal. I also missed the cycle.
Yeah, that's another thing too, because
Dying
getting
here
hit
would
by
be
those crushers.
oh my goodness, dying here would be very bad because I would game over.
Yeah, because that's another thing with the amount of like death loops and stuff that we've done to like teleport and death warps it puts us in a very precarious position for a game over once we get this far into the game, because none of our runners have extra lives, so you cannot take a death at this point.
I'm gonna get this stake to be safe.
And there's also there's very neck and neck between our runners right now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that puts Pass right in front of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think actually Passer just pulled ahead there.
Yeah, just the
the cycle.
I had a really unfortunate room where you have to like ride the box up, where like I just clipped through it and then it damaged
Yeah,
me.
I saw that.
That's the worst.
So I had to catch this. I had to catch the next cycle, and then I had to pick up the stake so I wouldn't die trying to get that puppy.
Yeah.
So
And like this last part, like you're almost out of Toy Factory when you make it to this room, but the scares are not letting up because this is also, at least in my opinion, one of the scariest part because there's one jump at the end of this that they're gonna make it look easy, but I promise you, it is absolutely anything but easy. But if you take your time with a certain setup, like it is doable. You're supposed to lower all of these cogs leading up to it, hit the buttons, and move them into place. So all of these jumps will be easy. Our runners, however, after getting this puppy, of course, we don't have time to get all the cogs down. That's
messed it up.
too much time. So we're just gonna do the dump.
Yeah,
I got it.
That.
Oh wow.
I'm nervous. Okay, Pastor made it over. That means we're at the final boss fight though. So it's going to be a bit hard for me to call time because I'm watching with the delay. So for tech, there's going to be 3 different phases. And on the third and final phase, we're going to be shooting these little flying orbs around Cruella. When it says 3 out of 3 in the top left, that is when time will be called. But yeah, so phase 1 is like these little like cubes or screens around her. Try and shoot them all out as fast as you can. For phase 2, we have these robot looking guys. Thankfully, we found that your energy goes down when you shoot.
Crazy RNG for the robots.
Insane. What the hell?
They were all in front.
Yeah, like
So I'm in the last phase.
Random. Okay, yeah, you call time yourself. Yeah, actually, it's better.
Time.
There we go. So
GG.
Passer is done, but Kylie is right behind.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the second phase.
So close.
Yeah, this was a really good race.
Yeah,
That was an awesome
that was
race.
so tight.
Oh, I'm getting screwed up by this RNG too.
Yeah, no, those
Yeah, this is a
robots can
very-
choose to not play nice. They can spawn on like the opposite side where you can't shoot them at all, and they can just be
Those
incredibly
robots
mean.
can ruin your PB right at the end.
Yeah,
Coming up on time also, so I have one more orb. I
All
usually
right.
just like let this machine break and then just get it on the next one because it's just all right, and time.
nice.
GG.
GG. That was
GGs.
such
That
a
was
good race.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was very happy with that.
Yeah, no, that was so well done from both sides. That is the group, by the way, we were talking about it very early in the run. This is what she was planning to dip the puppies into to make puppy toys. Not a great idea.
As you do.
Yeah,
As you do.
you see what happens to Cruella. It would not have been a good time, and it would not have made a great toy. So I don't know what the logic here was, but good job, both of you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much to the organizers for putting this all together. I know, I mean, putting it all together in this time frame is a crazy amount of work, and to see it all come together is just really awesome, really inspiring. This is such a great cause.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just echo that sentiment. First, thank you, Passray, for even inviting me to race this, because I've only run this game for like a little over a year. I'm mainly a Crash Bandicoot runner, but this has very quickly become one of my favorite speed games, and it was very awesome to be able to run this in a marathon and as a race.
I love
And if
this
you're
game,
watching
and
at
thank
home, you
so
should
much for
also
racing
pick
with
this
me.
game up.
Yes, it is amazing. There's out of bounds tricks, there's inbounds categories. You can do whatever you want, really.
Yeah, and we have a lot of documentations available in terms of running and learning to run, and we have a very friendly Discord server that you should totally join. Come hang out with us.
Yeah, the documentation for learning this game is stellar. It's like some of the best I've seen for any speed game. It makes learning very easy.
And we have, what, Passer? Do we have 100 runners now for this game?
We got
So
100
clearly-
runners just last week.
We need
got
2
100 runner.
more.
We need
Two more.
to reach
Who's going to be our
102.
102nd, 102 Dalmatians runner? Come on, it is right there, up for grabs. Join us. And fuck guys.
Yep, fuck ice.
Fuck guys.
Also trans rights.
Yes.
Trans rights.
Other
We
than
can
that,
all get behind those.
anything else that you all wanted to say?
I think we're good. Thank
Yeah.
you, everybody,
Yeah.
for donating.
Yeah, my last shout out is we probably won't see it in the credits, but the credits do like a cast roll of all the characters, and my favorite thing is that in Danish, Oddball's name is Klunta. But other than that,
That's amazing.
That's all I got. But yeah, thanks for having us, and thanks for running this. So,
oh, yep, there's Oddball. Thank you, everybody.
yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it.
All right, and chat, give it up one more time for Kylie, QB, and Passere for the wonderful race of 102 Dalmatians, and to Tally for the excellent job on commentary. Y'all, do not go anywhere. We are going to be right back after we run some quick ads, but make sure you stay tuned in right here because we've got more Icebreaker coming right up.